almost thought about shaving for you, but then I didn't.
This is going to be a long interview, people. Hey, this is Natalie Kim on It's a Draw. I'm here with actor Johnny Woo. He has been on Broadway in the show Chinglish. He books pretty much everything he goes out for.
Not true.
He's shared the screen with Kiefer Sutherland, Bradley Cooper. You're Officer Mills on Law & Order?
Officer Mills on SVU right now.
He's on the Carrie Diaries, Covert Affairs. He beats the crap out of Taylor Lautner in the upcoming film Tracers. A star on the brink, Johnny Woo.
Hey, what's up?
So Johnny, since you're a guest on the show, you get to choose the topic that was they were given to us by people on social media.
Okay, fantastic. Let's see. Silly Pants.
By Carolyn Chan. Yay!
By Carolyn Chan.
Great. So now we're going to draw it. 3, 2, 1, draw. You did not start acting until you went to college.
Growing up here in New York City, I went to a very academic high school, and originally I was going to do finance, you know, sort of like a normal Asian kid growing up in the city. I took an acting class my senior year, and then we did the scene, and really for the first time ever, it was, you know, something that I wanted to do on my own. It was like I had fun for the first time in my life. I get off stage, and this teacher says, you know, you kind of have a thing, right? That's what she says. Which my 17-year-old self was like, oh, word? I have a thing? Yo, I got to go do something about this immediately, right? So by that point, I had already accepted admittance into Binghamton University's School of Management. I write Bing a letter telling them to take me out of the School of Management, put me in the regular Arts and Sciences School, and I was going to major in theater.
Now fast forward,
Yes.
You were recently in a film called Tracers with Taylor Lautner. How was that for you?
Quite possibly the best gig I've had on camera to date, in that it's a great role. I had a lot of fun.
You actually did improv with Taylor, right?
Yeah, you know, I gotta say, Taylor Lautner, for a 21-year-old worth, you know, an insane amount of money. He was actually very grounded, very cool kid, very smart, extremely hardworking. And I think, you know, all of that sort of ties back to his martial arts background from when he was a kid. Yeah, and it's an action film set here in the city, and this guy Saad, he got some amazing shots.
Nice.
It's tough. I mean, like, basically he's chasing 20-year-olds across, well, they're jumping across roofs and, like, you know, vaulting across. Parkour, right. He would just be like, he looked like he fought like 3 wars after every take, but.
So really quickly, what's your favorite medium, theater, film, or TV?
The easiest way for me to answer that is if I do too much camera, then I'm dying to get back on stage. But if I run a show for a while, then I'm very ready to like come in and shoot a few takes of something else. And it's ultimately not about the medium so much as the script and the role and the people that I'm around. Those are the times when we get to feel like we are doing something that we love, you know, which is amazing.
You were in Chinglish on Broadway.
Yes.
Woohoo! How are you able to keep it fresh? Meaning, how are you not able to be like, oh, this is so rote. I've done this so many times.
Well, that's the sort of the magic of theater, really, right? Because what sort of inspires us to be on stage with a live audience every day is that they are there and they've committed their evening or perhaps their afternoon to receiving something in a very immediate manner. And so as actors on stage, going back to the fundamentals of what we learned sort of way back, where it's about just existing in your circumstance once again in a truthful manner. And if you can do that once, then you should be able to do it over and over and actually deeper and deeper. You know, when you're on camera, you really just have to muster up enough, you know, magic really for one perfect take, and then it's sort of recorded infinitely throughout history. The thrill of live theater is that it is. It's a moment that's happening right now, and then it's done, and it's behind you. And it's up to us, I think, and the director and everybody involved with the production to land as many sort of memorable moments as we can as a team, so that for the people that come into the theater that evening, that have committed this 2-3 hours out of their lives to receive a story fully and immediately, that we give them something to take away that can move them, that can affect them, that can make them laugh, that can, you know, really change them for the X amount of time that we've said, hey, let us try to hold your attention.
What is one tactical piece of advice you'd give to a beginning actor in this biz?
Wow. Absolutely remember why you came into it in the first place. When you first sort of had the feeling in your heart that you wanted to do this, because somehow telling stories, being the immediate medium between, you know, a text and live people, when you're an actor, you are giving them that story. So, you know, go back to that moment when you first realized that this was an activity, this was a way to spend your time that made you feel like nothing else, and focus more on that, and sort of develop your craft from really, you know, from that route, or else it's going to be very easy to get swayed by all the sort of inconveniences of existing in this industry. But ultimately, none of that should matter. If it does matter, then you should find something else to do, because your heart's not in it enough to survive how hard the climb is going to be. But if it is in it, then you will be working on it in the right way, and then I, along with you, will have faith in your future.
Should we hold up our drawings?
Yes.
Silly pants.
Silly pants.
Caroline Chan. Tell us about your pants, Johnny.
Well, I started with a color of choice so as to sort of represent silliness fully, and I think orange is it, especially if they're like 1974 bell bottoms.
My guy has chicken pants. I mean,
oh shit, you have like numerous colors. Whoa, I didn't even see that until now. That's like a real...
Thank you so much for watching It's a Draw. Thank you, Johnny Woo, for
Thank
coming
you,
on our
Natalie.
show. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.